Hey guys, so a question I've been asked a lot lately regarding any of my programs, whether it's the Anywhere program, Sculptor, Piece by Piece, is about supplements and what supplements you should take in order to increase the effectiveness of each program and of your workouts. Always hard to discuss the perfect supplement recipe for everybody. There's not a universal one that just fits and is perfect. Depends on a lot of things, including your health, including the way that your body reacts to certain things, and what your deficiencies might be. So, I can't give you an exact answer for what supplements you should take versus what supplements are perfect for all people. Not everything is good for everybody. Some people might want creatine, others might not want creatine, even though there's benefits for everybody. There's obviously reasons for things and there's reasons to not take things. So, what I would say, the basics, the usual stuff that could help you, whether you're in the gym or you're working out from home, I would recommend that you find a caffeine product if you're looking for extra energy, if you're somebody that is lacking the energy to do certain workouts, or you just need a little pick me up. So I like my pre workout supplements, not recommending it for everybody. If you're a beginner and you have the energy and you don't feel like you need an extra boost, you don't need it. And it's best to stay off of supplements because if you're not using them, you'll never get used to them. You'll never spend your money on them. You'll never feel like you need them. That's a problem that occurs if you are taking supplements for too long. Eventually, you kind of have a dependency on them where it really helps to get you through. Caffeine's a big one for that. But unfortunately for myself, I like my pre workout supplements. Um, Creatine's a big one for me. I enjoy creatine. I think that men and women should all use creatine, especially if you're on a diet that restricts you of meat or just restricts you of any macro or micronutrient. Creatine's good for you to put the water in your muscles and to really to give you that fuller physique. It helps to build your muscles. It helps with your ATP production, and that's something that you can't really get from foods other than steaks and beefs and things that are really red meat, and you would need to eat an excess amount of it in order to get the amount of creatine that you can get from a little powder. So creatine's a good product, in my opinion. Again, not a doctor, and everybody's different, but creatine is good. 5 grams or 5 milligrams, I think it's grams. 5 grams for men, and women, I say stay about half of that, and that would help you to feel the gains. Other supplements that I recommend, protein powders are always a good supplement. The key word there is supplement because if you eat enough protein and you're eating healthy, you have the grilled chicken, you have all those things that you like to eat that are protein based, then you really don't need to add a powder, a manufactured product. But it's not bad for you. It's a good alternative for snacking rather than having some junk food. So protein powders are always good to have, especially if you're good at cooking with them. Even though it's casein protein that cooks better, there's obviously different proteins, whey, casein, you have your pea proteins, vegetable stuff. But casein cooks pretty well. It's a slower digesting protein, so if you're a cook, a chef, then that might be something that you're interested in to make protein waffles or protein pancakes, whatever it may be. Whey protein shakes are usually the better tasting ones. Um, Good snacks, good thing to have laying around for road trips, for anything that you might be doing just to snack on. Um, Other products that might be necessary, obviously the vitamin products. If you are lacking something, then it's good to have them. So, you have your vitamin C's, your vitamin D's, your biotin for your hair and nails, fish oil pills. I think fish oil is a big one that people should definitely invest in, especially if they're not commonly eating those fish omega type of foods. So if you need to have fish oil or krill oil, I recommend that. Good for your heart. It's good for just loosening up your joints, especially. A lot of people get these joint pains, and if you want to eliminate those, I'm going to take a seat. If you want to eliminate those, it's definitely good to have fish oil or krill oil in your system. Um, so that's a big one. I like that one. I've been on that for a long time. Trying to think. What else? Products that don't necessarily people look into that I get asked about often are these natural testosterone boosters. A lot of those might be unnecessary, and I think they have a powerful name by being called a testosterone booster. you think you're taking a performance enhancing supplement. In the meantime, even though it might give you this little boost of natural test, it might make you feel your libido increasing or feel like you have this much more energy throughout the day. It's not worth the price, in my opinion. At least I haven't found one that really helps me in that way. Some of them are anti-estrogen products as well. If you have an estrogen issue, then maybe that'll give you a little bit of a boost, but you're better off seeing your doctor and figuring out why those issues are occurring rather than relying on an over-the-counter product from GNC or one of these local supplement stores. Some of them are good, some of them are not very good at all. Probably best to see a doctor in that case if you're worried about your testosterone and estrogen levels. Other products, I'm trying to think what people take. BCAAs, EAAs, depends on your diet again. Everything is a dependency. Everything is what you do throughout the day. So BCAAs are delicious. That's one thing that you cannot deny. They have so many good flavors. They're great to drink during your workouts because they taste good. Are they useful? Probably not. For the most part, we eat enough protein. If you do not eat enough protein, then it's necessary. Then they're good for you, and you should definitely have them throughout your day. If you are somebody who eats a lot, like myself, then it's pretty much just adding water to a pool that's already full. It's irrelevant. You don't really need it. It's not going to do anything for you other than taste good and hydrate you, which isn't a bad thing. So, again, not necessarily worth the price of admission, but not necessarily the worst thing in the world either. So I actually have mine here. I drink the EAAs from Innova Farm. Why? Mostly because they taste delicious, and that's what I'm looking for in that product. Something that's going to hydrate me and taste good, and might give me the placebo effect of extra energy because it tastes like a pre-workout drink. So you think that you're getting a little extra while you're working out. Why not? What else? If there's anything you guys want to ask about, write it in the comments. I'll try to give you a direct response or make a video for it. But yeah, those are really the essentials in my opinion. Creatine's not bad, depends on who you are, but you should probably run a little creatine in your life. Protein powders, depends on how you eat throughout the day, but they're usually a good thing to have. Fish oil, krill oil, and your multivitamins, all these different vitamins. Depends on your diet once again. However, it's good to know they're there. It's good to know that they're accessible and that you can have them in order to help your body function at its maximum potential. We talked about the products that aren't necessarily great. So if you have any questions, by all means, leave a message for me, and I'd be happy to respond. I'm happy to tell you guys what I think, what my opinion is. I do like supplements. I use them as a supplement to everything else that I do throughout the day. I have a nice jar, a nice whole cabinet full of different supplements that I've tried, that I like, that I don't like. But that being said, I don't think anyone should rely on them. You should try your best to use as little as possible. Use the things that you know will benefit you. And other than that, try to not be sold by the big fancy bottles or anything that claims it's going to give you 10,000% muscle gains and pure body fat loss. It's really not common. Fat burners, that's a good one. There are a few fat burners that I do actually like. They have good ingredients in them that will help produce that high sweating type of feeling where you're working out and you're getting that little extra sweat. You're burning a little extra calories, at least it feels that way, getting a little bit of a more intense workout from them. So there are a few fat burners that I think could be effective, could be useful. I do not think that they give you what they're telling you they give you by any means. Most of them will tell you you're going to lose this much body fat, this, that, and the other. Not necessarily true at all. Depends on how hard you work, depends on your diet, depends on a million things. Again, it's a supplement. It's a helper to whatever else you do throughout the day. So if you're eating like total crap, you are not going to get leaner like that just from taking a powder or a pill. It's impossible. So yeah, there are a few fat burners that I do think are at least nice products. They work a little bit. They give you that little extra boost. So I'll explain those in another video, which ones I think are good. But other than that, really try to stay off supplements as much as you can. Use what you think will work best for you, for your diets, for your deficiencies. And other than that, keep working hard. Check in on the programs, whichever one you're using. I'd like to hear about it. They're really effective, man. They're strong, they're hard, and I am out of here. So good luck, guys.